Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a mission because yesterday when I was out driving the Mustang, all of a sudden I saw there's a lot of smoke coming from the back, and when I pulled over I managed to identify a coolant leak, a huge coolant leak, which came from a hose, more specifically the hose that went from the thermostat onto the heater core. So I have to leave the Mustang on the parking lot, go back home, and today I'm going back and repairing it. And I have to replace the hose, and then I have to fill it up with new coolant. The hose that was broken was an integrated hose, so there's like a metal part that goes over to a rubber hose. And it's specifically the rubber part that broke. So I have to come up with a solution where I'm going to see if I could cut off the hose in the metal part in order to put a rubber hose there, maybe as a permanent fix, but mostly as a temporary, so I could get the vehicle back home. But I'm feeling pretty confident that it could work as a permanent fix as well. And after that I'm also going to add some heat protection around the hose, because it is located in a place in the engine bay where there's kind of a lot of heat coming up, so it's probably why it failed, and also in combination that it's like a 25-year-old car, maybe it's still original hose, so that kind of makes sense that rubber hoses breaks down. So today we're taking the Jeep and go buy some stuffs in the store. We're gonna buy coolant, and well, basically that's all we're gonna buy, the coolant, and then we're gonna fill it up and fix it on the spot. So let's start driving to the auto parts store. So here we are, and I popped the hood, and I'm going to show you the error here. And as you see over here, this is where the thermostat housing is, and especially it's the hose that goes here to what I believe is the temperature sensor. And this hose is, well, as you see, there's a big hole in it. So my idea to fix this is to get this off, then I'm going to cut it here, and I'm gonna put a new rubber hose that goes from here to here. On the other side, it goes into the what I believe is the heater core that goes in here. So I'm also gonna remove the air intake here just to get the space here, and perhaps I might do some other solution when I have this stuff off. So, but this is where we start. So the idea now is to cut this one here, and when that is done I will put a new hose here and connect it to there, and then I will refill the coolant. We are back in the garage. Of course, when you get a project like this that you didn't wish for or plan for, it's going to start rain. And besides the rain, there's also going to be a hailstorm, so you're going to stand outside in the rain and get really wet. So that's why I didn't filmed all the stuff I did, but I'm gonna show you how I solved this situation. It was not really hard, and we already started to cover it before, but here is a hose that goes from the temperature sensor. You have the thermostat housing around here that goes away to the temperature sensor, and there's a pipe and or a hose going all the way here, and it goes into the heater core. So what happened here was that this hose here basically broke off. It was just like opening, and you got a lot of coolant going around here. So what I have to do to fix this on the fill and to get home was that I had to cut this pipe here and put a new hose on that old pipe, because here's a metal pipe, and that one was, like, as I showed you before, merged together with the rubber hose that were connected on the temperature sensor. After that, I needed to fill up the coolant level down here and also fill up the reservoir. And before I drove away, I turn on the engine and turn on the heat and the air condition to the max, and let the engine warm out. And during that time, I had the radiator cap opened, and I had a funnel here, and I could fill up with the coolant and to get out as much air as possible. There is though a bleed nipple located here on the hose, which is quite useful. You open up that and you're bleeding out the air from the system. It is doable though by doing it from here as well. My next mission with this Mustang now is to open up the coolant and doing a proper bleed and make sure that there's no air in the system. And I am going to show you how I do that and make a video about it. I know that the radiator was changed not so long ago, so I'm probably not gonna like flush it out as I would do if it was an older radiator. So I'm only gonna burp out the air from it. So my next mission now is to go back to the city and pick up my Jeep, because I left that over there and I drove home the Mustang. Let's see, maybe I will take the bus or I will take the bike there. We will see. It still rains, so we will see a little bit how I will do about that. But for now, this is all of it. And I have one little thought though. Nah, never mind. So for now, this is it, and thanks for watching. And you could click like over here to my left to subscribe, and around here to see a playlist with more Mustang related stuffs. Thanks for watching, and I see you soon.